Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is a 1994 American black comedy neo-noir crime film written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, from a story by Tarantino and Roger Avary. Directed in a highly stylized manner, Pulp Fiction connects the intersecting storylines of Los Angeles mobsters, fringe players, small-time criminals, and a mysterious briefcase. The film's title refers to the pulp magazines and hard-boiled crime novels popular during the mid-20th century, known for their graphic violence and punchy dialogue. The screenplay of Pulp Fiction was written in 1992 and 1993, and incorporated some scenes originally written by Avary for True Romance. Its plot, as in many of Tarantino's other works, is presented out of chronological order. The film is also self-referential from its opening moments, beginning with a title card that gives two dictionary definitions of pulp. Considerable screen time is devoted to monologues and casual conversations, with eclectic dialogue revealing each character's perspectives on several subjects. And the film features an ironic combination of humor and strong violence. Its script was reportedly turned down by Columbia TriStar as too-demented. Miramax co-chairman Harvey Weinstein was instantly enthralled with it, however, and the film became the first that Miramax fully financed. Pulp Fiction won the Palme d'Or at the 1994 Cannes Film Festival, and was a major critical and commercial success upon its U.S. release. It revitalized the careers of John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, and Uma Thurman. It was also nominated for 7 Oscars, including Best Picture. Tarantino and Avary won for Best Original Screenplay. The nature of its development, marketing, and distribution, and its consequent profitability had a sweeping effect on the field of independent cinema. Since its release, Pulp Fiction has been widely regarded as Tarantino's masterpiece, with particular praise singled out for its screenwriting. The film's self-reflexivity, unconventional structure, and extensive use of homage and pastiche have led critics to describe it as a touchstone of postmodern film. It is often considered a cultural watershed, with a strong influence felt not only in later movies that adopted various elements of its style, but in several other media as well. A 2008 Entertainment Weekly poll named it the best film since 1983, and the work has appeared on many critics' lists of the greatest films ever made. In 2013, Pulp Fiction was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Narrative structure. Pulp Fiction's narrative is told out of chronological order, and follows 3 main interrelated stories. Mob contract killer Vincent Vega is the protagonist of the first story, prizefighter Butch Coolidge is the protagonist of the second, and Vincent's partner Jules Winfield is the protagonist of the third. The stories intersect in various ways. The film begins with a diner hold-up staged by a couple, then picks up the stories of Vincent, Jules, and Butch. It finally returns to where it began, in the diner. There are a total of 7 narrative sequences. The 3 primary storylines are preceded by intertitles. If the 7 sequences were ordered chronologically, they would run 4A, 2, 6, 1, 7, 3, 4B, 5. Sequences 1 and 7 partially overlap and are presented from different points of view. As to sequences 2 and 6, in Philip Parker's description, the structural form is an episodic narrative with circular events adding a beginning and end and allowing references to elements of each separate episode to be made throughout the narrative. Other analysts describe the structure as a circular narrative. Plot. Hitmen Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega arrive at the apartment of Brett to retrieve a briefcase for their boss, gangster Marcellus Wallace. After Vincent checks the contents of the briefcase, Jules shoots one of Brett's associates, then declaims a passage from the Bible before he and Vincent kill Brett. They take the briefcase to Marcellus, but have to wait while he bribes champion boxer Butch Coolidge to take a dive in his upcoming match. The next day, Vincent purchases heroin from his drug dealer Lance. He shoots up then drives to meet Marcellus' wife Mia, who Marcellus has asked Vincent to escort while he is out of town. They head to a 1950s-themed restaurant and participate in a twist contest, then return to the Wallace house with the trophy. While Vincent is in the bathroom, Mia finds his heroin, mistakes it for cocaine, snorts it and overdoses. Vincent rushes her to Lance's house, where they revive her with an adrenaline shot to her heart. Butch double-crosses Marcellus and wins the bout, killing his opponent in the process. At the motel where he and his girlfriend Fabienne are lying low, Butch discovers she has forgotten to pack his father's gold watch, a beloved heirloom, and flies into a rage. Returning to his apartment to retrieve the watch, he notices a gun on the kitchen counter and hears the toilet flush. Vincent exits the bathroom and Butch shoots him dead. As Butch waits at a traffic light in his car, Marcellus spots him by chance and chases him into a pawn shop. The owner, Maynard, captures them at gunpoint and ties them up in the basement. Maynard is joined by Zed, a security guard. They take Marcellus to another room to rape him, leaving the Gimp, a silent figure in a bondage suit, to watch Butch. Butch breaks loose and knocks out the Gimp. He is about to flee, but decides to save Marcellus. As Zed rapes Marcellus, Butch kills Maynard with a katana retrieved from the pawn shop. Marcellus retrieves Maynard's shotgun and shoots Zed. Marcellus informs Butch that they are even, so long as he tells no one about the rape, and departs Los Angeles forever. Butch picks up Fabienne on Zed's chopper. Some time earlier, after Vincent and Jules have executed Brett in his apartment, another man bursts out of the bathroom and shoots wildly, missing every time. Jules and Vincent shoot him. Jules decides the lucky escape was a miracle, which Vincent disputes. As Jules drives, Vincent accidentally shoots Brett's associate Marvin in the face. They hide the car at the home of their associate Jimmy, who insists they deal with the problem before his wife comes home. Marcellus sends his cleaner, Winston Wolfe, who directs Jules and Vincent to clean the car, hide the body in the trunk, dispose of their bloody clothes, and drive the car to a junkyard. At a diner, Jules tells Vincent he plans to retire from his life of crime, taking their miraculous survival as a sign. While Vincent is in the bathroom, a couple, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny, hold up the restaurant. When Jules holds Pumpkin at gunpoint, Honey Bunny becomes hysterical and trains her gun on him. Vincent returns with his gun trained on her, creating a Mexican standoff. Jules recites the biblical passage, expresses ambivalence about his life of crime, and allows the robbers to take his cash and leave. Jules and Vincent leave the diner with the briefcase. Thank you for watching, brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.